Last week, our deacon, Steve, spoke to us about fishing and the nets we use. One of the largest nets we use in the sea of humanity is the Beatitudes. The Beatitudes seem to be seen as a cornerstone of the Catholic Church in this day and age, and all Christian churches focus on them as a central call Jesus makes to humanity, and the primary directive he offers us. Yet, we struggle with them. I struggle with them. You see, I have not really witnessed the meek inheriting the land, or even the playground. It is not the meek basketball player who scores the most points. It is not the meek football team that wins the Super Bowl. The 12th man is not meek by nature. It seems quite the opposite. As I have had the privilege to travel around the world throughout our city, working with people in need and delivering support from people of this parish, of this school, it is not the meek that I have seen whom we inherited in a small village in Congo, Kenya, or during the Civil War in El Salvador, or in Cambodia and Vietnam, or the rural areas of China, or the people at Francis House, GCL, the Baby Corner, the men's shelter here at St. Joe's, or Women's Jubilee. I see many who hunger and thirst for righteousness, a righteousness that has not been satisfied. Our judicial system and history itself is filled with stories of individuals who have been merciful, yet in their time of need have not received mercy. And the corridors of time are filled with portraits of peacemakers who are now children of God, but in their last moments were killed because they sought peace and because they sought justice. And I can only hope that those who are persecuted and insulted because of their beliefs truly do rejoice, believing their rewards will be great in heaven. Because of life, they often experience a living hell. I have no way of proving their suffering merited the promised final reward. No one has ever come back to report to me. I simply have to go on faith, a small word with gigantic implications. So, what are the Beatitudes? Are they simply comforting but empty words? Are they but statements that people view with wonder and appreciation, like a beautiful red balloon ascending into the rich blue sky to disappear and be forgotten? Are they niceties and platitudes to be smiled at in polite company and then quickly dropped in the nearest trash can and forgotten until someone reads them to us once again in a year or two or three? Well, the answer to this question centers on the crisis of faith for many, including myself, is clearly, unequivocally, and irrevocably no. The fact of the truth, as difficult as it may be to believe, is the world is becoming a better place. We care more. We do more. We abuse less. We kill less. Now, it does not seem that way, but that is because we see more on TV, in newsprint, and through our informational technology. We're more aware of more things than those who came before us. And sensationalism, tragedy, mayhem, and death sell well and attract large audiences. Sometimes a landslide of information can become a provocateur or skeptical. simply the whispers of a possible future. And what parent would not see that they have inherited the earth when they see a better life for their children? What elder would not rejoice as they see the youth receive the righteousness and justice they hungered and thirsted for, and at times died for? What peacemaker would not rest in peace and satisfaction as they see the sprouts of peace breaking through war-torn lands and in the hearts of sworn enemies? I do not mean to trivialize or overlook the loss of life or the suffering of the people of our present day and age. But let's look at the century we just left. The century I was born exactly halfway through. There are approximately 20 million deaths in World War I alone. As we got better and got more people involved, we realized close to 60 million deaths in World War II. Then there was Korea and Vietnam. I remember my teens touring people's bomb shelters and practicing for a nuclear attack in grade school by getting under my desk, as if that would have done nothing. We dare not overlook the loss of life today in Afghanistan and Iraq. We should not downplay the struggle and the fight for justice in the face of selfishness and laziness. I do not dismiss the struggles in the Gaza Strip or Egypt or Darfur. Good people, men, women, and children, are losing their lives. The war on terror, it is real. But I still believe that as a people, as a planetary community, we are getting better because of the growing number of random acts of kindness by individuals throughout the world and by many of you. There have always been killing fields, whether they were named Verdun or Cambodia or Safeway in Arizona. The problem is today that fewer people, that one person, can do a great deal of harm. Our challenge is to give that one person, that minority of people inclined to do harm, ready to feed on hate, and help them see that loving message our God, Jesus, gave to us in the Beatitudes. We must reach out to the blind, those who cannot see the basic goodness within each of us and themselves. We must tend to the sick, those who are psychologically feeding on words of anger, hatred, and retribution. We must turn a deaf ear while offering a loving heart to those who can only speak words of negativity, for they doubt their own self-worth. We must tend to the dying, those whose hearts and compassion have been replaced with a self-righteous vengeance, for they are the walking dead. All these people, we must reach out and change. And we can, because there are more of us than there are of them. And how do we change them? How do we impact them? Well, I would use the famous words of a company out of Portland: just do it. The silver bullet to kill the monstrosities of life is not hidden away somewhere. There is no secret map that will lead us to a hidden treasure, revealing the proper way to live. Shangri-La is not a camouflaged city we should seek in an attempt to find heaven on earth. It is all here. It is all now. As Father Whitney so often reminds us, God is within us. God is a part of us. We are Jesus to others. We are the living body of Christ. We are the servant leaders. We are the agents of change in a world thirsty to become better. Just as those who have gone before us have led the way, we must continue to lead the way to the example of our lives by being servant leaders. It is now our turn. It is our shoulders upon which rests the responsibility to build a better world, a better future for those who come after us. As the Iroquois and Hopi tribes of Native Americans once said and wrote, we must consider the impact of what we do and say as it affects the lives of those 7 generations removed from us. We are here for a short time, but what we impacts countless generations yet unborn and determines our individual eternities. Yes, things are getting better. I have taught the parents of many whom I now teach, and I don't have to go into the stories, but they know, and I know, things are getting better. Better for the youth of today. Oh, they have more issues to deal with. They have more challenges, but they are a good people, and they come from good people. Because of them and because of our constant struggle to make life better, I see cures for cancer and AIDS. I see an environment that caresses nature and nurtures health. I see a peaceful and beneficial harmonizing of the cultures. I see more people evolving out of poverty. And I see growth in justice and peace for all. Why? Because I see you and more people like you who just do it. So I thank you for the honor of allowing me to serve you, to be a part of this wonderful community of living saints and martyrs. I